So, what's up? What's up? Like, I'm just so confused, but I'm not confused. Like, when it comes to this modern woman type stuff, because I was hearing some of this stuff before it became that thing to be the modern woman. And what are her requirements for her maintenance? And when I'm talking about maintenance, I'm talking about a woman who requires, let's just go down the list, because this lady recently went viral for saying that her waxes come up to $60 a month. Now, when you say a wax, you might think, some women, they have a mustache. They might have some chin hairs. They might have some sideburns. They got to get that wax done, okay? So $60. Might be in other places too. Might even got to get the underarms waxed, okay? $60, depending on what it is. When it comes to her hair, that comes to $80 to $400. Would you be willing to pay $80 to $400 if you just met the woman? Let's say like 1 month in the relationship. Would you be willing to pay $80 to $400? Man's perspective. Would you be willing?
First of all, it's going to depend on what this woman is looking like. And it's going to depend on something like what's going on. You've been together for a month.
1 month.
Or so.
That ain't even really together though.
But what's been going on in that month?
What's been going on?
Yeah.
Good conversation. That's it.
Good conversation.
Y'all might have went to dinner.
Well, I
can't even say a movie. Maybe y'all went to a play, depending on where y'all located at.
Hey, that depends on that girl, but better be looking really good. What to spend that type of money.
Okay, but what if y'all are at dinner and she's laying it on you real thick and saying, my back is up against the wall. Not only do I need maintenance, I need to continue to provide shelter. Because my job...
I can't blame a woman that wants shelter.
What if she got 3 kids along with it?
Well, see, that's making it a little bit more difficult.
What it depends on if it's boys, girls, would it matter? Age group. Okay, let's say she's in her 30s. Let's say you're in your 40s. She got 3 kids, boys, girls. You think boys are easier to deal with? You think girls are easier to deal with? Dad's not in the life.
For a man, maybe boys, for some men, I would say, might, can do better with
other boys. Yeah. Okay. So what if they need clothes for schooling? What if they need a haircut? What if they need the latest J's?
Anytime you get with any woman, it don't matter. You still gonna pay something. Something gonna come out your pocket. That's what it's all about.
So who you trying to impress? Who is a man trying to impress? Is he trying to impress the woman or the kids?
He ain't gotta be impressing nobody.
What if they some bad kids?
Well, then
what if these kids is teenagers, like 15, 16?
Well, then that's a whole different thing. Now you going to something else. He might not want to. Most men probably don't want to deal with that, and they're gonna go about their business.
Do you think it's important when a woman is getting to know a man, if he does have kids, that he is taking care of his own kids? Because that's what I would be looking like. Like, how you gonna help me? And you got kids of your own and you ain't even looking out for? Because that's a red flag for me if a man is not looking out for his own seed or seeds. Like, he can just drop me any minute now.
8 times out of 10, if he ain't taking care of his own, he darn sure ain't gonna take care of somebody else's.
Why not? Maybe that's giving him a good look, though.
Well, it depends on a lot of circumstances, I do believe.
Do you believe good, that love, good can keep a man? Do you think it takes more than that?
Does it all the time.
Good can keep a man.
Yeah.
What if she ain't cleaning?
She'll be doing something.
What if she ain't cooking?
Well, then that's what that man chose to do.
What if she cussing you out?
Then he might be a little foolish.
What if she telling you in the process, like, I need them 6 figures. You only bringing in this 50,000 figure.
Well, you can't get 6 figures if you ain't got it.
Get another job.
Ain't nobody gonna come in for most men and demanding all that. He gonna do it.
Have you ever been a simp?
No, I ain't never been no simp.
Have you ever known anybody that's in your crew to be a
There's all
simp?
type of simps out there.
What did y'all call them in your time coming up? Weak? I don't want to say that because that's kind of taken away from manhood. I really don't want to say that word, so I take that back.
That's one word that you can use.
Really? I get a pass on that? Because I don't want to take away from a man's
Some men
manhood.
are weak.
Okay, some men are weak.
To make it simple.
Okay. Have you ever known a man to just be just too honorable to a woman that you're like, wait a
Man
minute?
can be called a real live sucker.
Have you ever met a man that you felt like, okay, you doing too much, you trying to please this woman, and you study, like there's no come up? What is the benefit? Do you think it should be okay, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And I gotta get my thoughts together.
Basically,
Okay.
a woman and a man should be working together. And a woman should be sitting around not doing it, but demanding she wants this and she wants that. Then I don't think that's going to work out.
Do you think more women have more mouth to get up in a man's face and try to check him to say he's not this, he's not that, he needs to be the head of the home?
Nowadays,
being the head of the home,
they messed up.
Where's the money at?
Women has changed considerably, and it's not really their fault. It's what's been brought in front of them, what they see, what
are they seeing?
They seeing a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of junk.
Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, reality shows,
all that stuff,
the music.
All that stuff is hurting us as a people. Do
you feel like sometimes that women, I'm saying 50 plus, 60 plus women are sometimes regressing to be these 20-year-olds, these 30-year-olds, maybe something they didn't get? You know, they hadn't had a chance to back it up like they want to. They haven't had the chance to find the sugar daddies online.
No 60-year-old backing up nothing.
Maybe they thinking that in their mind.
Yeah, well, that's different. I don't think so.
What would you tell a friend if he was having some problems? Like, let's say the man is like in his late 60s and he's having some problems with the woman that he's with, feeling disrespected, feeling like it's not enough money ever. Do you get involved in that relationship? What do you try to tell him? Because by that time, his self-esteem has been so lowered and beat down. I have seen so many men beat down more so.
What is a woman doing for the man?
Making him feel less than a man.
All I hear is woman. Wanting.
Making him feel less than a man and telling him, I'm going to take off to be with another man.
Leave her alone. There's other women out there.
What if he doesn't have a future? What if he doesn't have a pension? What if he doesn't have a social security? What if he did not work?
If he don't have all that, he ain't doing much anyway. It's going to be hard for him to keep a woman these days and times.
So what should he do? Just try to stick it out? Because a lot of times, even on her side, is the grass really greener on the other side, thinking you about to get you somebody 5, 10, 15 years younger? It's not like that, people. And I think people do need to realize that. It's a decision that you made. I remember, okay, you know of Sierra, right? The singer. She's married to, Russell Wilson. I don't know who he plays for.
There's a lot of women out there that can't demand that no way because they ain't got what it takes. So one of those...
Wait, what you say?
Some of the women out there...
A lot of women, what?
A lot of women ain't got what it takes anyway.
What does it take?
It takes for that woman to look good. Really, really good.
Did she...
For a man to be doing all that.
Okay.
If she ain't looking like that, she ain't gonna be getting too much.
Do you know who Travis Kelce is? Do you know who Kayla Nicole is? Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
Yeah.
Some people say you got Taylor. I don't know if the woman's a billionaire, almost a billionaire, but she got multi-millions on top of millions on top of millions. Okay. Taylor is known as the girl next door, sweet girl next door, okay? Then you got on the other spectrum of a Kayla Nicole. This woman want to stretch her body out, show what little bit of clothes she got on, twerking, doing these pucker faces to the camera.
What about it?
Does it ever come a time when a man says, okay, these type of women sometimes come a dime a dozen, but I'm looking for the real thing right now because I may want this type of woman to be the mother of my children.
There can be some small things going on that a man don't want this woman. I don't care what her body's built. It might be some things that from this woman he don't like. He might not like the way she acts. She might not like the way she touches the man. The other woman can come along and touch a man in a different way where he likes it better. It's a whole lot of little small things that might make a man walk away from a woman and go to another.
When a man is somewhere, let's say in his young 30s, and he has had an opportunity to date outside his race, do you think I know you're not a white man, but being a white man, do you just forsake the original who you was once attracted to, and then you just take off like, oh, I'm all about white women? What is the problem if a white man decides to go back to date a white woman? What is the problem? Because I've seen people say that is not his type.
What do you mean?
He's not gonna stay with her long. Look at her body. Look at Taylor's body. He ain't gonna be with her long.
It's more than a body. It ain't just a body. It might be, like I said it once and I'll say it again. Mm-hmm. Sometimes women got that certain touch, and that the other woman don't.
Okay.
Some people just don't like certain personalities. The way a woman, the way she does certain things, they might like it better from another woman.
I can't think of this one particular rapper's name, but it was one of them shows. I don't know if you've ever seen them or not, but it was like one rapper to like 50 girls to audition to date this guy. So this one chick decides to perform, bend over, show her cheeks, and he told her to the left, to the left, to the left. He kept on moving. He said he wasn't interested. And so I saw the comments just raging with, you guys, it's not always about what a woman has to offer physically. Do you think sometimes a man does not want to be looked at like their eyes is just set up on the object of a woman and her assets?
Some women, and I know some women that are not that very attractive, but they got a beautiful personality, and that overrides that look. You might be a beautiful girl over here and another beautiful girl over there, but that girl's personality is more beautiful than both of them.
Do you feel like the older we get? Because I know with me, I'm not a young 20-year-old out here anymore. And I try to impart, the wisdom that I am coming into to let people know, don't be too quick to judge. Like, get to know people for who they are without being stuck on the family that he comes from. If it's a good family, focus on that. Is it the type of family where not so great things is said? Because nobody wants to be put down. I'm trying to keep it cool as far as not going to too much, as far as describing things. But what does he have to offer besides his looks? Now, if a man is handy, because this came up, how important is it for a woman to be able to cook? How important is it for a man to be able to be handy? Now, the subject came up. If that man is not handy with his hands, what if he can afford to find someone, not only find somebody, what if he can afford for somebody to come and do the plumbing, the electrician? How do I say it? I don't know. But what if he can't afford to have that done? If he can find a painter, find somebody to do it, not only that, but afford to pay for it.
All men ain't the same. Some men is slacking at some points, and some are not. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're gonna be. It's always it's very. It really doesn't happen that often that a man can do everything.
Okay.
So he's gonna be slacking somewhere, and that's the same thing with a woman. The woman might not be efficient on this, more efficient on this than it is other, but it could be something that person really like, and it could be something that's really important to that person. So yeah, every man can't do everything. Every man ain't the same.
We now live in a world where social media is like, it just dominates. How would you feel about being on a date, getting to know a woman, and she's capturing every moment on social media? She has to record. She has to take a picture. She has to document the whole outing, friendship, dating experience. How would you feel about that?
Why is she doing that? Is she
clout?
Oh, for clout, just to be.
But it has to be something exotic too. Like, oh my gosh, how much did he spend on this date? Oh my gosh, look where he took me.
I don't know, because I didn't come up in that era, but I know it's out there now, and for the guys that's at the age where they're getting all this stuff, they should be used to a lot of that stuff like that. And if they don't, you just get away from them or ask them not to do that.
What if they can't afford that?
What if they can't afford what?
What if they can't afford a date where, say, you go out to one of the hottest spots in Beverly Hills, and that bill is coming to $1,000? Who should she really think this is okay when it was her idea to go, or should he have enough common sense to say we can't do that? Whose obligation is this? Does he want to impress her? Does he want to play cheap? Or is she like, look, I got it? If you know you don't have the money to afford a date, first date, you don't even know her.
Well, I would think you to go out with a woman in a restaurant, you're going to look at the prices and see what they is. A man can simply say, I can't afford this before all that happens. And if it does go buying, and he gets it, you just have to...
Wait a minute. Would you tell your son who's newly dating, would you give him dating advice to tell this woman, this 20-year-old woman, 21-year-old woman, I can't afford it? Or should that have already been something talked about? Because some of these young ladies would be out here testing.
I mean, what is a person supposed to do? If he don't have it, he don't have it. It's just that simple. And if he decides he liked the woman enough, well, he's going to go out and fix himself where he can afford it.
How would you feel about having a daughter or a granddaughter dating someone who's not considered to be doing financially well for themselves? They're still trying to figure it out, whether they're in their 20s or 30s.
Well, financially is only part of it anyway. You don't ever know what the other side was coming. And so, yeah, of course I would want my daughter with somebody that's that can take care of them. I wouldn't want my daughter with a man that's poor that can't do nothing. I would want her to be with somebody that can help her.
Now when you say take care of her, do you expect for him to bring something, for her to bring something to the table to that man too?
Yeah, I said it before. A woman and a man is supposed to work together.
Okay.
Especially nowadays. It's not supposed to be a one-sided thing.
Okay.
You gotta come with something. You gotta offer something. And it ain't just all the time as a man just wants a woman to laying on her back.
How important is common sense?
Important common sense is very important.
It is important. I think so too. Sometimes you can figure out how to make a dollar out of 15 cents when you got common sense. So let me see what else. Facial. Okay, so this woman that went viral, she says her facials cost anywhere from $60 to $150. I don't know what them facials consist of, but that's her business. Lashes cost $80 to $120.
Some of those things you can do away with. You don't have to do all that stuff.
Would you tell a woman to learn how to do it herself? Because I don't know if no man that's gonna be, just putting it out there.
Do it yourself, or maybe the man can learn how to do it.
Okay. Eyebrows, anywhere from $12 to $30. What you think about them prices? Would you pay them? Because so far what I name without the dash, okay, this is just me giving you a rough estimate. 120, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could be looking at like $400 a month. You just meeting the person. I don't know how soon this woman expects this maintenance care to be done, because you see paying out $400 a month with a woman you just met.
And that depends on if you can afford it. If you can't afford something, you can't afford it. It's just that simple.
Oh, me personally, I wouldn't feel honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable. But let me tell y'all men something. Let me just tap in on something. If a man is gonna simp and be open to be like, I got you, because there are some men out there, and once she gets it from you and she's done with you, she's on to the next. Even if you say no, she's done with you, on to the next. So in actuality, you still don't lose, because she's on to the next and she done forgot about you, because all along that's what she wanted you for, and she put you in that category. So it's up to you, men, if y'all gonna fall for it. But not every woman is like that. But the thing is, it takes time to get to know them too.
Well, I think a man should have enough sense to know if that's the case and know how to get out of it. And it's simply easy to get out of it, just open the door. And tell her to see you later.
I hope you men are not mesmerized with thinking she's saying good things to me. She got this body that look like boom, boom, bam, and she's going to stick around, because chances are she done put the boom, boom, bam on somebody else, and you just happen to be next in line.
It's all about how strong a person is. Some men are stronger than that. I don't care what the body look like. He's still telling them to hit the door. Get out. Just that simple. And take your eyelashes with you.
Okay, and just for me to balance this out, ladies, don't be so quick to help a man out with a transmission. Some guy asked me, "Can you help my transmission?" No, I can't help you on your transmission. I'm just saying. I just had to balance that out right quick. I'm done with this, because ain't no telling what else is about to be said, y'all. Peace.
Get out.
Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yo, get out.